The 2025 FIFA World Club Cup draw has been decided and we've got some absolute cracking groups up ahead. But which of the clubs will make it out of the groups and into the knockout stages? We'll take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today, we're going to take a little look at one of the groups in the 2025 FIFA World Club Cup competition. That's right, which will take place in the summer of 2025. Which clubs will go through to those knockout stages and which clubs will be eliminated at the first hurdle. We'll take a look at that and much more in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe and your one-stop shop for FIFA Club World Cup, Bappa Nova's World Football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski. That's right, 8 groups. That's right, and we're going to go through them one by one over the course of the next few days. And then finally, we're going to have a monster video at the end of it to see who I think will actually win this competition. And that group, my friends, will be Group A. That's right. And who is in Group A? Well, let's take a little look at it then, shall we? Now, these are the 4 clubs that make up the first group out in the 2025 FIFA World Club Cup, which will take place in the United States. And speaking of the United States, we have the hosts. It's Inter Miami, that's right, who, of course, have qualified as hosts, but also secured their spot by winning the 2024 MLS Supporters Shield. That's right. This is their first ever World Club Cup competition. Of course, they've got a tasty-looking team as well, with the likes of Lionel Messi, Suarez, and co. Joining them in Group A, it will be these bad boys. That's right, Ahly. That's right, coming at you out of Egypt. They've, of course, secured their spot by winning the 2020, 21, 22, 23, 23, and 24 African Champions League. That's right, they've been at the World Club Cup 10 times in the past, with most recently, actually, let's take a look at them. 2005, 2006, 2008, 2012, 2013, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. They're multiple participants of this, and they secured their spot back in March 14th, 2023. Joining these 2 clubs in Group A will be Palmeiras. They're coming at you out of Brazil. That's right. They qualified on the 14th of March, 2023. It's their 3rd ever tournament at this competition, and they secured it by winning the 2021 Copa Libertadores. That's right. And wrapping it up in Group A, it will be Porto. That's right, coming at you out of Portugal, and they secured their spot via their standings in the UEFA rankings over the course of a 4-year period. They secured their spot back in December 17, 2023. This is their first ever FIFA World Club Cup. Now, what we're going to do here is take a little look at the group, and I'm going to join you in good company. That's right. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this, guys. I'm at the bottom of the screen here. Now, we're going to predict each and every one of the 6 matches that will take place in the month of June 2025, and then, of course, reveal who I think will go through to the knockout stages. And at the end of the week, like I said earlier, we will take a little look at that knockout stage and who I think will actually win this. Because it ain't that, it's very difficult because there's some big heavyweights. It's just how serious will they take this competition? So let's take a look at the first game, which will take place. Don't know the dates yet. That's still to be decided. Of course, the draw was within the last 24 hours or so. So it's Palmeiras from Brazil up against Ahly out of Egypt. Now, of course, Brazilian football is one of the prettiest sort of sport versions of it in world football, up against the Egyptian side, who, of course, will probably come into this as underdogs, but I think they will get some points. Well, they might get some points, but this is probably the most winnable game, considering Inter Miami will have the home backing here. It has been hosted in the United States, and being that, I think there's a couple of United States teams in here, that and Seattle Sounders. They will, of course, be the hotly tipped, and of course with the likes of Lionel Messi and co in the mix there. So this will be a big game, and it will, of course, go a long way to see if they'll finish it in the top 2. I've actually gone with a 2-0 win for Palmeiras on the first one. Again, this is my gut here. Of course, when we get closer to the tournament, we'll revisit these predictions and do it again, because we might have injuries, we might have additions, we might have different managers and things like that all to come into effect here. But I think Palmeiras will win that opening match, and then we go to into Miami's first game against Porto. Now, this will be a real tester to see just who's taking this seriously. Will the likes of Lionel Messi and co be involved? I expect so, because it is a prestigious tournament. It's not as highly regarded as the Champions League, but you win this, it goes in your record books. And of course, it'll be something phenomenal for such a young club that is Inter Miami. But I think they will struggle here against a Porto side. We just don't know what's going to go on. Will they take it as seriously? They've just finished a long season as well. So that's what we're going to have to bear in mind with a lot of these European clubs. They might not take it as seriously. Or they might treat it as a friendly build-up to the new season, or a calm down from the long season. So a point in the bag there for Inter Miami there. Porto. Meanwhile, the next game will be Inter Miami against Palmeiras. All the games, of course, take place in the United States. I think Inter Miami will win this one. I do think they'll get the upper hand against Palmeiras. I'm not discrediting Palmeiras. I think it is a coin flip at the moment between those two to see who will go through as one of the second place teams here. And at the minute, I am leaning towards Inter Miami for the time being. Meanwhile, Porto will beat Ahly out of Egypt, of course, coming at you right now with no points, but Porto looking good with 4, same amount of points of Inter Miami. And again, goal difference could be the deciding factor. Who will top this group will be second. And then, of course, that will bear your spot in the older ranking system as well. And then into the final games, it looks like it's going to be on the 15th of June, but I'm not too sure about that. Ahly against Inter Miami. Going to go with Inter Miami here, winning, yes. And, of course, going through now, it looks like, with 6, 7 points. So they're looking good. And who will they join? They will always cause a mighty old upset. I've gone with Palmeiras here for the win over Porto. So that really puts the cat amongst the pigeons. I think actually eliminates Porto in the process here. So let's take a look. In 4th spot with 0 points. Sorry, Ahly, you're going to go home early doors. You're going to be joined by Porto, causing a bit of an upset here. That's right, Porto, one of the European heavyweights. But I think Palmeiras, despite losing Inter Miami there, will come out in 2nd spot with 6. And they'll be joined by Inter Miami, of course, the host. So a good chance for them to go very far in this competition. So a couple of little surprises in that one. But what are your thoughts and opinions about that? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you see Porto squeaking through? Let me know your thoughts, of course, down below. There you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Of course, we're going to do this for each and every one of the groups heading into the 2025 World Club Cup. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you agree or disagree with who I think will go through to the knockouts, or who I think will go home? And don't forget, at the end of the week, we're going to do the knockout stages to see who I actually think will lift the trophy come June 2025. But that's it. Subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, we're done.